Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. The Liberals will formally oppose the federal government's proposal for an Indigenous voice to Parliament, but won't stand in the way of the referendum. MPs have raised concerns about the wording of the proposed change to the Constitution. Deputy Leader Susan Lee says there were many things they did agree on, however.
Today is not a no from the Liberal Party. It's a day of many yeses. Yes to constitutional recognition of Indigenous Australians. Yes to local and regional voices. Yes to better outcomes for Indigenous Australians. But it's a no for dividing Australians.
The Reserve Bank Governor insists people have had time to plan for higher interest rates. This year, hundreds of thousands of households will move off low fixed-rate loans and onto more expensive variable rates. It means repayments on an average mortgage will cost around $1,000 a month more, but Philip Lowe is confident most households will manage.
They've known for some time they have to pay higher rates. Most people are sensible. I think have been planning for it. It doesn't make it easier, but they've been planning for it. And the banks tell us that they're working very carefully with those customers to make the transition.
Terence Kelly will spend at least 11 and a half years in prison for abducting a little girl from a West Australian campsite. Then 4-year-old Cleo Smith was held captive inside the 37-year-old's home for close to 3 weeks before being found in an elaborate police operation. Disgraced former TV star Andrew O'Keefe remains on conditional bail after facing court charged with drug driving. Police say the 51-year-old was stopped at Point Piper and given a roadside drug test before undergoing a second test at a Sydney police station. His licence has been suspended and he'll return to court next month. Lawyers say Donald Trump could be charged with contempt of court after lashing out at the authorities who have charged him with business fraud. It came as a defiant former president addressed his supporters and the media at his Florida resort after flying back from New York, where he's pleaded not guilty to 34 counts over the payment of hush money. And one of Australia's most famous resort islands has been sold. A Singaporean family has snapped up Lindeman Island, including its abandoned resort on the Great Barrier Reef, for just $10 million. Sport and entertainment are next. Tiger Woods is taking a different approach into the Masters this year as he prepares to try to win the major for a 6th time. The golfing great is only playing a handful of tournaments on the tour following his car crash 2 years ago. Woods says he's enjoying a different preparation at Augusta.
It is a lot harder now. I don't play as many tournaments. I don't practice as much as I used to. I'm limited in what I can do. But the joy is different now.
The Saudi Pro League could end up with both Ronaldo and Messi if a bold play comes off. Al Hilal has reportedly offered Messi a deal worth $650 million a year. And in tennis, Rafael Nadal is in doubt for the French Open after withdrawing from next week's Monte Carlo Masters. Meantime, Aussie Jordan Thompson has been knocked out of the Houston Open after a straight sets loss. In entertainment news, there's been a twist in the Guy Sebastian court case, with police dropping charges against the singer's neighbour over their ongoing feud. The 66-year-old had been accused of threatening to kill his famous neighbour. Hollywood great Robert De Niro is apparently in talks with Paramount Plus to star in and produce a new crime drama. The series is set in the US Attorney's Office in New York, with the 2-time Oscar winner to play the role of an informant. And Emily Ratajkowski has admitted to dating Harry Styles for a few months now. Speaking on a podcast, the model has gushed over how great he is, admitting he may be the one. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.